Welcome back. It's Football Fridays on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Did you know that Absa is the official banking partner of the English Premier League? Why? Well, why not? Come on. It's all about celebrating the passion, the excitement, the unforgettable moments, the heartbreak that the fans share with their teams. And today we are talking to, I would imagine, a somewhat broken-hearted Tottenham fan. Joining us in studio, it's a super fan, Callum Hitchcok. Callum, I'm going to shake your hand, man.
Yes.
Because we've got to, every now and then, when you do meet a very rare Spurs fan. No, actually, there are a few in Cape Town popping up here and there. But yeah, I've got to ask, who cursed you? Who led you down this dark path and made you a Spurs fan?
Yeah, you know, it was my father who left me this
legacy.
It was the worst legacy he ever left me. I think it was the hairline.
Don't worry, the season's early, but it'll get there.
By the end of the season, it might be all gone.
Exactly.
So,
there is something special about the team that I found. I think it was when Harry Redknapp was coaching, and the team, I think he went through heart issues, and for about 7 matches he wasn't there, and that team rallied for him, and I saw something special. And I wasn't even a fan of English football at the time, but it was because a mate was always watching, and I kind of got into English football through them. So that's how my kind of cursed journey began. But then once that connection is there, you get to see the inner workings. What is it about this team that you love? On a good day, why does Spurs make you feel good?
On a good day, wow. I love Spurs because of the sort of glory ethos of the club, you know? I think there's quotes from Danny Blanchflower all over the stadium that say the game is about glory. You know, it's not about going out there and waiting for your opponents to die of boredom. It's about playing the game with a flourish. You know, Spurs have been one thing this season and always, not necessarily successful, but fun to watch, for sure.
Yeah, scoring goals. I think
conceding goals.
Yes, we lost 6-3 in that match, but in that match we scored more goals against Liverpool than the entire Premier League had in the last 10 games. So, you've got to put it in perspective. What did your dad, when you think about that journey with him, because there is something quite magical about watching football. I get to watch with a Geordie, grandfather of my kids, which is a very different experience. But with you and your dad, what was so special about football and that relationship, man?
I think the best thing about football is that sort of intake of breath, and then, you know, the ball hitting the back of the net, and that just elation that comes, you know, from the back of that. That would happen every so often with Spurs, you know. But I think also, you were talking about Spurs fans meeting each other, shaking hands. I think it's always in commiseration, you know.
It's a little hug.
Oh, you too. I'm so sorry. And I think that's a big part of it as well, is just being able to commiserate and go, oh my goodness, Anthony Gardner's starting at centre-back again today. You know, Emerson Royale's still playing right back, and just being able to commiserate, as you so often have to as a Spurs fan.
we live a different life, and I think we all thought with Big Ange that, and you speak about the glory and the mentality to play a good attacking football, and how well that's worked when it does click. Is he the man for the job where we are right now? And you talk about the defensive selections. At one point, I think there were 4 centre-backs out of the fold. Defence has been destroyed through injury this season, so there are markers there. But then surely you have to adjust to that in the way that you play, or not? Do you just go and do what you do and hope that you win? Is he the man for the job?
I love Ange. I think he's been dealt a horrible hand. You know, the whole transfer window in the summer, everyone was talking about, oh, we need wingers, we need strikers. Spurs had 2 senior centre-backs at the club, and we are now playing with a midfielder and our second-choice centre-back. So
Big businessman, what he's done with that stadium and the amount of money, but I think this nervousness kicks in every transfer. Not always is he doing this to strengthen the bottom line. Do you see light at the end of the tunnel? Who is someone who has to ask himself the hard questions as well. Can they do something? Because let's be honest, relegation is in the works here. We're on the bottom half of the table here. There's very few points separating. I'm going to say it, man. We are having probably one of the darkest times. What do you do in this situation now to turn it around?
Usually I'd be very confident to say, we're not going to get relegated. But now I'm live on TV, and I'm like, that's something you're going to have to hold yourself to. I don't think we'll get relegated. I think I am happy to criticize Daniel Levy because he's, done a lot wrong. I remember that January transfer window where everyone thought we were going to get Robinho, and we had Louis Saha and Ryan Nelson, not exactly who you want, a 33-year-old New Zealand defender. But I think, Daniel Levy's there now. He's done a great job. Who takes over the club? If you sell the club to someone, who's going to take over? I don't know necessarily that I want to know who would take over. And I don't know that whoever can buy it is necessarily going to do a good job. So the stability of Levy is something that's appealing to me. I do still, however, really wish he'd spend some money.
Just spend some money on the players, man. Yes. Look, he's built a brand, he's built a foundation, he's built a stadium that any player would literally dream about playing in from boyhood. So he's maybe created a bit of that glory and that luster around a club that you say that might have been missing. A trophy or two would be great.
A trophy would be fantastic.
Just one trophy, one trophy that we could put somewhere. Send us a trophy, okay? Find out the Spurs fan in each country. There's two even in South Africa.
Two in South Africa,
you can send it straight to us. Now, I absolutely love this team. We've seen what the players are willing to do for each other when times are hard, and I think that's what we as fans absolutely love. But let us know, who are you supporting? How are your teams doing in the Premier League? It's been one for the books, undoubtedly. And I've got a little sneaky suspicion. Do you think Newcastle can come from behind and beat Liverpool for the title this year? I'm saying that on behalf of my grandfather or my father-in-law. We love you guys.
A whole season ahead, a myriad of possibilities.
Absa, official banking partner of the Premier League.